Respondents feel less safe than they did a year or two ago, but they reject the notion that criminal justice reform has gone too far. This year, Black voters will be looking for candidates who speak to the complexity of the issues as opposed to a one-size-fits-all approach. Nearly half of Black voters have an unfavorable view of DA Gascon, but his challengers are largely unknown. Nearly half of the Black voters are also undecided, which means there's a clear opportunity for candidates to connect with Black voters. Our poll makes three things abundantly clear. Black voters matter. Black voters are closely following this race, and the candidates for DA have a lot of work to do. KBLA Talk 1580 is committed to the mobilization and use of the franchise to empower our audience to identify and pursue their interests in advancing equity, inclusive representation, and multiracial solidarity. For KBLA Talk 1580, I'm Dr. Nicordelai Corte. We welcome your feedback.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does Black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my neck.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
Everybody comes into this world with a contract. So think of it like this. A legal contract here on planet Earth, you go to the lawyer, you write it up, you sign it, review it, and there it is. It holds the terms to an agreement that you've made. Same is true with a soul contract. Think of it like this. You sit before a group of elders, ascended masters, guides, ancestors, angels, whoever your team is composed of, and you base this new contract for this incarnation based on past lifetimes. You've done this, check. You've done that, well, you missed this and you didn't quite get that, and so it gets written in to the soul's contract. Now, when we come in, the human has basically no recollection of the soul contract. Now, up until about the age 2.5, maybe 3, the human travels back and forth. And the human understands but can't articulate because there's no speech at that age. They go back and forth and they know how to stay connected. It's our natural nature and very familiar and very comfortable. So in the first couple of years of life, they're still negotiating pieces of the contract. Now, what does that mean? They can't back out of it. They can't rewrite the whole thing, but they can still make additions to it and say, well, maybe I'm going to do this and maybe I'm going to have some of that. And wow, why don't we go for this? And so I'm making it very simple and very practical using human terms. Now, what also is agreed upon is that your physical body, your energy centers, your chakras will help you understand and carry out your soul contract. So what do I mean by that? You have the crown, the third eye, the throat, and the heart. The upper 4 chakras are very ethereal. They're kind of esoteric. They're not tangible. Now, that doesn't make them any less real or mean anything less. When you get to the solar plexus, the sacral, and the root, your body, your lower 3 energy centers carry every lesson contained in your soul contract. Let me say it again. Solar plexus, sacral and root chakra carries the energy, the frequency, the knowing of every single lesson in your soul contract. Now,
I said the
this
same
takes
thing.
extensive work.
When we, hey, she was dropping bombs. That was different. She made it clear, in my opinion, Andy. Veronica Drake is the young lady that was speaking. You guys should check her out. That was very heavy, and I'm inclined to agree. I just really don't think there are no accidents. There are any accidents, you know, in the universe. And so we're sitting here and we're talking, right, about soul contracts and the people who come into our life and what they represent, what that particular contract is about. And I'm asking you guys, you know, what lesson did you learn? What relationship provided you with the harshest lesson, or the most difficult lesson, or the most beneficial, or the most pleasing? I'm very interested to know. 1-800-920-1580. Andy?
Might be a little bit off topic, but, you know, just listening to the show so far got me thinking, like, so is there a such thing as love at first sight?
Yes, I believe.
Okay.
Yes, but I think sight is obscured when you're unhealed. So it might be, I think that's love at first sight. Right? A lot of times our sight is obscured by what has not been healed. And whatever hasn't been healed creates a projection of its opposite. Meaning, I'm not healed and my issues are real, so I'm projecting the opposite of that. So when we go looking for a person, we're looking for the opposite of the lessons that we carry in the lower chakras, as she explained. All your experiences from your soul contract are contained in the lower chakras. So what's happening is, if there's a lack of acknowledgement, acceptance, approval, love, if you weren't heard, whatever your maladaptive attachment style might be, right? We are now looking for the opposite. We're saying, if I wasn't acknowledged, they got to acknowledge me. This goes back to what Dr. Deshauna Johnson was saying in regards to the 4 agreements. She was like, I don't agree with the book by Miguel, The 4 Agreements, because the 4 agreements are really representing attachment wounds. I like gifts. Might not have got gifts when you were a kid. I like physical touch. Might not have been hugged by your mama enough when I was a kid. Do you see what I'm saying? So they say, well, my attachment style is gifts or hugs or shows of affection, da-da-da-da. You might not have gotten those things. So now you're starting to see that even in the soul tie movement, because God wants to learn some more, you say, wait a minute, how can God learn more? Well, if knowledge is infinite, if wisdom is infinite, right? Right? All knowing, right? You have to understand, language uses us. We don't use language. The great Alfred Korzybski said it this way: where there is a definition, there will be a condition. So when we're trying to talk about the ineffable, the word ineffable means speechless. There are no words for it. So when we try to use words for the wordless, something that really cannot fit within human language, right? We tend to limit God. Oh, I'm a God with a little g. Well, okay, uppercase and lowercase manifest themselves in English, but not in the ancient Hebrew that particular verse, Psalms 82:6, was written in. Do you get what I'm saying? So language, we tend to be played by language, right? So God is learning infinitely. Listen to that. Human beings don't learn infinitely. That's one of God's superpowers. Doesn't mean you don't have access, right? This is why the ancients talked about the Akashic records. The records that contain the experience of all existence, the Akashic records, right? Of course, those are our brothers from the Indus Valley, talking about the Kush Indus Valley, talking about the Akashic records. But if you go a little bit to the west, you find yourself in ancient Iraq and Iran, you know, the place of Babylon, right? And over there, what did they call it? The tablets of destiny during the Sumerian times, right? Again, ancient knowledge is infinite. God's knowledge is infinite. What does that mean? The piece of you, your soul, that is attached to an identity, ego, as Freud spoke of, right? The ego, the id, the superego. That's personality. If we're looking at it from a scriptural standpoint, a person in Arabic is nafs, right? Where we get our word nafsika, spirit, the self, the person, personage. Spirit is the self. Now, the piece of you that is connected to the infinite, ineffable source of all that is in the Bible or in the Quran would be ruhu, the soul. In Hebrew, in your Bible, ruach, the soul. Right? So in the Quran, when Allah creates Adam, it said he created him out of hamun, black mud, and then blew the breath of life or a piece of himself into Adam. The piece that he blew into Adam is called Ruhu Allah, the soul of Allah, which is why in the book of Luke, when they're doing the genealogies, they say, dude, the son of dude, bro, the son of bro, all the way back to Adam, when it says Adam, son of God, because he actually had a piece of God's soul in him. Now, of course, these are scriptures, right? I need y'all to understand. So God is in you, still learning through you infinitely. Do you see? Now tie that to the soul contract piece. As a personality, spirit, in Arabic, nefsika, nephesh, in Hebrew, nephesh, right? A spirit, as a spirit, an ego, a personality, you're in another dimension saying, I need this experience, I need this experience, I need to understand that, I gotta pick this up, I gotta get involved with that. And how do you get the lessons that you put into your soul contract? So call your contract curriculum. Call your contract the syllabus. The spiritual syllabus, because the relationship is the class. That's the actual class. Earth is the campus, the relationship is the class, and the contract is the curriculum. Ooh, are y'all listening? See, because you're not going to stop God's work. See, infinite knowledge. Right? Infinite knowledge. Somebody, Arabia in here says, Ruhu is Arabic for breath of God, which is the soul of man. Not quite. You have to remember, modern Arabic mainly is Farsi. And if we go back before the nutka, the vowels, right? You got to remember, Arabic and Hebrew are cousin languages. They are cousins. One came from Aram. Aram produced Aramic. Another came from Ashur. Ashur produced Ashuric. Right? Ashuric gives us the ancient Arabic version. Now, modern Arabic is called Fusha, which is classical Arabic. That's not conversational Arabic. That's the Arabic the books are written in. Fusha, classical. Right? But, do you see? You go back to the ancients, the word ruhu comes from the Hebrew, ruach. Ruach. That's your Hebrew pronunciation of soul. The breath, when they're talking about Allah blowing the breath of life into the nostrils of Adam, thus making him an original new being, the words he says after that is kun fayakun, be and exist. And then he commanded all the angels to prostrate before Adam because he was a new being that had free will. The angels didn't have free will, but one amongst the angels rebelled. Who was that? It was that boy they called Lucifer. And when he rebelled, his name was changed. He was no longer the light bearer. He became Iblis, the rebellious. Okay, here we go. When I come forward, I'm sorry, I went on a tangent, but I'm just trying to show you how you're connected. I'm just trying to show. Here we go. When we come forward, I'm going back to the phone lines.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Climate is king.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we believe that caring for the community means caring about the climate. You might have heard that we announced a pretty bold 12-month, $2 million campaign to do 4 things. Increase climate literacy, turn up the volume on communities of color in the climate conversation, connect everyday people with the resources they need to survive and thrive, and highlight frontline climate justice crusaders of color throughout this year. KBLA Talk 1580 will be bringing you insightful interviews on all of our shows to help raise your climate IQ. Each quarter this year, we will also be hosting free climate events in various communities throughout the city with food, fun, and forward-thinking conversations. Thanks to partners like LADWP, Metro, Caltrans, the Sierra Club, the California Community Foundation, the California Endowment, AQMD, MWD, and more. You'll also be hearing more about a couple of national town halls broadcasting live from Los Angeles, to which you will be invited. And we'll be rolling out a robust social media campaign on all our platforms, as well as an outdoor media campaign, all designed to educate, enlighten, and empower you in our fight for climate justice.
We want cleaner air.
Caring about the community means caring about the climate. At KBLA Talk 1580, we believe that we really can change the world if we care enough. Around here, we don't believe in victimhood. We believe in raising our voices, amplifying black voices in the climate conversation. We're KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA reminds you that when we fight, we win, and we don't black down. LA Community Action Network, or LA CAN, was formed in 1999 when 25 residents of downtown LA came together and acknowledged the problems that existed in their community and made a commitment to do something about those problems, to stand together, organize, and become a force in the community that demands change. Civil rights and preventing the criminalization of poverty are their core projects. In addition, they take on women's rights, the human right to housing, and healthy food access. LA CAN also has projects focused on economic development, civic participation, voter engagement, and community media. While downtown LA remains their home base, with a particular emphasis on the Skid Row community, in 2007, they expanded their housing and healthy food access work into South Central Los Angeles. LA CAN believes that power for low-income people and people of color is achieved through a large, active, and well-informed member base that utilizes a multitude of methods to advance their messages and goals. If you'd like to join the Los Angeles Community Action Network and organize people to fight back against oppression, please visit cangress.org. That's cangress.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Soul contracts are agreements which you enter into before birth. This agreement is mainly because the two souls involved will be bonded somehow for a certain amount of time to scale through experiences in life together that'll help them grow as individuals. Before this contract is created, your spirit guides permit you to decide which life lesson situations will enable your soul to evolve. Eventually, after getting all the experiences you need from a particular contract, it always comes to an end. Now, when this contract comes to an end, what happens? When a soul contract ends, our feelings are not so different from the emotions we experience when we lose dear people. But the only difference in soul contract is that the feeling can come in various forms. When a soul contract comes to an end, different types of emotions can go through. But this is primarily dependent on the situation of the individual at hand. For example, some people experience so much pain when their soul contract ends. This could be because they had so much bliss while their soul contract was on. On the other hand, some people experience so much joy and happiness when their soul contract ends. And this is because when the soul contract was on, they passed through so much pain and depression. Therefore, the most significant thing that could happen to them was for that contract to be terminated. The emotions that are felt in us can be the signature end to the soul contract. These emotions are also the last pieces you're expected to experience in that particular contract. Some people feel that the end of a soul contract means much life, but it's not like that. The end of a soul contract only signifies that that particular chapter of your life has ended. Therefore, another branch is opened and another soul contract. Though there are times when the pains of a soul contract can last for such a long time that you begin to feel that you'll never be able to move away from such pain. But when this soul contract ends, it doesn't mean the end of the world, because there are other things you're still required to do. These things are meant to help you ease the transition and get back to your emotional life easier and faster. And these things include taking enough time to evaluate everything you've learned from that soul contract. The understandings, teachings, and lessons you gain from that soul contract has helped mold you.
Man, I didn't know it was that layered. It's an onion up in here. Let me get my brother JW. JW, what's your final thought on this, my friend?
Yes, sir, bro. I'm a man. Now, first of all, I'm going to recollect what the woman said. I thought about the word. She said choose. Well, I believe, no, she said ask. I believe I actually choose or ask, but it's irrelevant because it's one and the same to me. The point is, I seen myself in heaven before I came to earth, and it was a conscious or a higher conscious choice. That's my personal belief system. Now, yes, I believe we all have soul ties for the purpose of learning our lesson. I call it process, and I'll call it school in session, life lessons. Some people call it the chalkboard. Other people call it the trestle board. And I think you might be familiar with that term. But that's when you get your enlightenment and you learn and you go to your different levels and phases and growth and development. And you move from one level to a higher level, and it's just your natures. But then back when the other person was talking about the chakra and your spine and your primitive nature and all that, I believe there's 33 vertebrae in your spine, and she mentioned the solar effects and just how you get your feeling, etc. But at the top is that reptilian brain. I heard a study on that by some professors, and that's where we get that primitive nature. But then that pineal gland is that gland between.
No, you know, JW. I said wrap it up, brother. You rolling, but you got to wrap it up. You cooking, but JW, you know how much you talked on the other end? And now, come on, Jay.
Yeah, real quick. I try to get everything in 2 or 3 minutes, but yeah, because I'm teaching and learning. But man, I appreciate you. Each one teach one, and I'm just serving my purpose on earth, bro.
I love you, brother.
Get down.
I love you, brother.
Love you back.
You brought South Central in the building. Hey, when JW call in here, please understand one thing. He got something to say. And we got to make way for JW now. Call back tomorrow, brother. I'll let you do the rest of it. But Jesus, JW. Hey, I appreciate y'all, man. This is on fire tonight. Let's get our callers in here. Oh, no. Hold tight. When I come forward, I'm going to Houston, Texas, and I'm going to Las Vegas, Nevada. We got callers.
Makes life so sweet. Together we'll always be. This pledge of love feels so right, and ooh, I need you. Yeah. Here and now, I promise to love faithfully.
He's on fire tonight. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton. Here's the latest on the Black Information Network. Tennessee's Comptroller's Office will assist the Shelby County Clerk's Office. It comes as Comptroller of the Treasury, Jason Mumpower, called the office incompetent, saying he has no confidence in the way it manages its affairs. Shelby County Clerk Wanda Halbert, who is black, has been under fire for a while, with officials claiming she's not doing her job and some calling for her to be fired or resign. Mumpower says a team of auditors is being sent to Shelby County and workers will be helping with certain tasks. Some Tennessee parents are not happy about proposed changes to the MLK Academic Magnet School. It would get rid of 7th and 8th grade and expand the number of high school students allowed in the school. Those against the potential change spoke up during the Metro Nashville Public School meeting this week, worried that it would leave just one academic magnet middle school in the county. MNPS has the plan to phase out the grades by 2027. That's the latest. I'm Amber Payton on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network.
Feel plenty good by incorporating Silk into your morning routine. Silk's delicious plant-based beverages help bring a daily dose of goodness. They are rich in calcium and a good source of vitamins A and D to support the health of you and your family. Shop wherever you find groceries.
I'm Dr. Nicordelai Corte with the KBLA Talk 1580 editorial. In a public opinion survey commissioned by KBLA Talk 1580 and conducted by Viteris, the black voters surveyed were highly enthusiastic about the March 2024 primary. The race for Los Angeles District Attorney is being hotly contested. Incumbent DA George Gascon's efforts to implement progressive criminal justice reforms have generated pushback from within his own office, the broader law enforcement community, and some in the general public. He was the subject of at least 2 failed attempts to qualify recalls. The concerns about crime are reflected in the polling results of black voters. Nearly 1 in 4 have been victims of violent crime or have someone close to them who has been a victim. 1 in 5 black voters have personally been victims of property crime in the last 2 years. A majority of respondents feel less safe than they did a year or 2 ago, but they reject the notion that criminal justice reform has gone too far. This year, black voters will be looking for candidates who speak to the complexity of the issues as opposed to a one-size-fits-all approach. Nearly half of black voters have an unfavorable view of DA Gascon, but his challengers are largely unknown. Nearly half of the black voters are also undecided, which means there's a clear opportunity for candidates to connect with black voters. Our poll makes 3 things abundantly clear. Black voters matter. Black voters are closely following this race, and the candidates for DA have a lot of work to do. KBLA Talk 1580 is committed to the mobilization and use of the franchise to empower our audience to identify and pursue their interests in advancing equity, inclusive representation, and multiracial solidarity. For KBLA Talk 1580, I'm Dr. Nicordelai Corte. We welcome your feedback.
Hey Californians, are you ready to make your home ownership dreams come true? The California Dream for All Shared Appreciation Loan Program might be for you. First-generation homebuyers can get down payment and closing cost assistance along with a first mortgage to help you unlock the door of your new home. Applications open in April, so talk to an approved lender to see if you're eligible. Find out more at calhfa.ca.gov/dream or call 877-922-5432. A message from the California Housing Finance Agency.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Legal Aid Foundation of Los Angeles is a nonprofit law firm that protects and advances the rights of the most underserved, leveling the playing field and ensuring that everyone can have access to the justice system. Every year, LAFLA provides free, high-quality legal services to more than 100,000 people living in poverty across greater Los Angeles. Their unique combination of neighborhood offices, self-help centers at courthouses, and domestic violence clinics puts Legal Aid Foundation of Los Angeles on the front lines in vulnerable communities and at the forefront of change. LAFLA's expert team of attorneys, paralegals, and support staff works to provide direct representation, offer counsel and advice, provide referrals, and educate the community about their legal rights through workshops and seminars. With locations all over LA, you can access their services or volunteer to help no matter where you live. And if you have an urgent issue, call 213-235-0060. That's 213-235-0060. To get legal help, make a donation, or volunteer, visit LAFLA.org. LAFLA.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
It's game day at Jim's house, and the spread is impressive.
Mike's already done some damage with the hot wings, and now he's dropping back and going deep for another slice of pizza.
I sure hope he brought the Pepto.
Mike knows the Pepto-Bismol provides fast 5-symptom relief from unexpected stomach upsets. He's no rookie.
The way he's throwing back those nachos, he's the GOAT.
Be ready for game day with Pepto-Bismol.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
So I got this two-timing chick who got her revenge from when I was on my two-time tip. And even when I tried to correct it, she couldn't get past how she was disrespected, neglected my effort, a pair with no trust, dirty games and affairs that been tearing us up. If things ain't picture perfect, is it really worth it? I have an idea, but I need to know for certain.
I'm calling you up, I'm calling you up. 'Cause I need a love doctor, and I need it right away. I'm calling you up, I'm calling you up. 'Cause I need to hear the doctor's voice to breeze up.
In today's enlightening video, we delve into the profound reasons why certain people occupy our thoughts persistently. Whether it's an old friend, a past love, or someone you've recently met, the reasons behind our inability to stop thinking about someone can be deeply rooted in our emotions, memories, and even our spiritual journey. This exploration is not just about curiosity. It's about uncovering the deeper aspects of our connections with others and what these persistent thoughts reveal about our inner selves. Join us as we unravel these mysteries, gaining insights into the human heart and mind. Reason 1. Soul connection. The concept of a soul connection delves into the profound, often inexplicable bonds we share with certain individuals. Dolores Cannon, a renowned past life regression therapist, significantly contributed to this field through her work on soul groups and past life connections. A soul connection is not just a mere coincidence or a product of circumstance. It is a deep spiritual bond rooted in the fabric of our existence, often stretching across multiple lifetimes. The idea of a soul family, or soul tribe, emerges from this understanding. It suggests that before our birth into the physical world, we are part of a group of souls with whom we share a profound and predestined spiritual connection. These connections are not random, they are an integral part of our spiritual journey and growth. Our interactions with our soul family are believed to be key in fulfilling our spiritual missions and aiding our mutual evolution. Central to Cannon's theory is the concept of core soul frequencies. Every soul emits a unique energetic signature, a vibration that differentiates it from others. This frequency plays a crucial role in how we connect with others. When two people with matching or harmonically resonant core soul frequencies come into contact, there is often an instant recognition or a magnetic pull towards each other. This attraction transcends physical or logical explanation and is deeply spiritual. Cannon's work is replete with examples and case studies that illustrate this phenomenon. For instance,
Woo, they was getting deep. They was getting deep. What is a soul contract in a relationship? That's what we're talking about tonight. It's heavy stuff. We got callers from all over the country. Let's get them in here. Let's get them in here. Let's get them in here. Attila, Houston, Texas. Get in here.
Uncle Zoe, what's going on? How are you?
I'm good. How are you? What's going on? What are your thoughts on tonight's topic? You made it.
You already know. You already know. Well, okay. So I agree with mostly what's been said tonight. I do sometimes question whether or not we chose these things prior to coming here because, when it comes to the whole soul sleep thing, like, how would I know unless I guess do like a regression type thing? But anywho, my question is, how do you know when your soul contract with someone is over? Especially if you have picked it up and put it down quite a few times. How would you know?
Why did you put it down?
I guess it would depend. I don't know.
Why does the kid or, say, the adolescent ask the question over and over again?
Because they want to know. They have a curiosity.
Maybe the teacher gave an inadequate answer.
Okay.
right? And so the kid asks
Interesting.
again because they want clarification. They want you
Mhm.
to expound. They want more information, right? So why do you pick up the soul tie and put it down? You're a
Mhm.
teacher.
Mhm.
The
I
lesson
mean,
hasn't been taught.
yeah. Yeah.
You haven't gotten it. This okay, look at it another way.
That's what I'm saying. But yeah.
Let's look at it another way. Why do we date the same kind of person over and over again?
That's true because we didn't learn the lesson
Boom.
from the last situation.
Boom.
This is true.
Boom. That's how that you see? That's how that works. Right? You're going to get another variation. It's a different person, but you're going to get another variation of the lesson. And it's a different person with a different perspective for the same lesson. Oh, you didn't get that perspective through this person? Oh, well, let's try this perspective from this other person. But it's still the same lesson. Do you,
Mhm.
do you see?
No, that makes perfect sense. I love clarification. So, in regards to stepping stones, cornerstones, all of that, how do you think that ties into soul ties, soul contracts?
You like referencing the relationship dismount, how to stick the
Yes,
landing
sir.
when exiting a toxic relationship. All of Los Angeles should go to Amazon.com and do your brother a solid. Purchase my 2015 book release, The Relationship Dismount, How to Stick the Landing When Exiting a Toxic Relationship by Zoe Williams. I'm reading somebody's stuff. The question again?
Oh, I'm saying, how do you think that the soul ties, soul contracts, all of that connects to stepping stones, cornerstones type of deal?
Okay, so again, I think soul ties are karmic, and karmics are lesson based,
Mhm.
right? They might even be drama based. They might be conflictual in nature. Uh, but then when you start progressing up, I think even twin flames fall under the karmics as well. But then when you progress up to, say, soulmate, right, and soul tribes, now, again, everybody got different lessons and everybody is maturing at different times. But I believe the soulmate relationship is a more stable relationship because it's one where the bond is strong enough to where it really can't be broken, right? And you guys
Mhm.
can continue to learn and evolve and grow. You guys can grow through situations. This is why I keep trying to explain to people, uh, whether you learn it here or somewhere else, you still got to learn the necessary tools to be able to persevere because difficulty, challenges are only going to up level, right? more
Yep.
more spiritual awareness, the more complex the issues you're going to face. See, somebody told you that relationships are going to be easy, relationships are going to be cool. Yes, you're going to have a lot of great moments, a lot of peaceful moments, a lot of loving moments, a lot of caring moments, but life is set up to push you. Listen what I'm about to say. Life is set up to push you to your previous memory. What previous memory? The memory you had before this life. The whole place that we live in is a simulation. This whole place is a testing ground. The love you experience here isn't real love. It's saccharin.
Mm.
It's aspartame.
Mhm.
You're learning about the principle of it. That's why if you sit and talk to folk, most people see love as transactional. They see
Yep.
love as an investment. They see love as a salve for a wound that only they can heal. What did I say? They see love as a salve for a wound that only they can heal. What do I mean by that? Oh, this person gonna love me right. This person is gonna love me the way I deserve to be loved. No. That starts with you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see?
Mm-hmm. I'm just listening. I'm loving the flow.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's reminding me, we were having a conversation in the chat about, when you said spiritual lenses. And I remember we were talking about spiritual glasses, and I'm like, it's like walking around with dirty glasses and then getting mad at your partner and telling them they're the reason that you can't see. And so
I got you.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like,
hey, let me just say this. I love you for these topics. I don't know, you're the topic genie. Atala out of Houston, Texas. Guess what you just did?
I brought Houston in the building.
Yes, sir. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. When I come forward, I'm going to Las Vegas to talk to Chalk, baby.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
It's never been faster or easier to be a voter. Look for your vote by mail ballot in the mail. Fill it in and drop it off at a mailbox on your way to work, on your daily walk, or when dropping the kids off at school. Save time and vote early. Make a plan to vote at plan.lavote.gov. That's plan.lavote.gov. Brought to you by the Los Angeles County Registrar.
City of Los Angeles tenants know these facts about eviction and consumer debt. Tenants can't be evicted if rental arrears are eligible to be treated as consumer debt. Tenants who followed certain COVID-19 pandemic protections under state law can't be evicted for past due rent. Landlords can collect rental arrears in court as consumer debt, but tenants cannot be evicted if they provided a declaration of COVID-19 hardship and paid 25% of rent owed. Learn more at housing.lacity.org. Be informed, be protected, be at home.
LADWP is proud to partner with KBLA to share with you how to start the new year without bill worries. We're here to help if you're behind on your bill or need help staying current. Sign up anytime online for Level Pay to set predictable monthly payments throughout the year, including for past due amounts. You can also check out the special extended pay arrangements of up to 48 months to help pay down your bill. If you're a senior or income qualified, you may be eligible for Easy Save to receive discounts and also qualify for free and discounted energy and water saving devices. You can get up to $15,000 for past due water and or sewer bills and up to $3,000 for electric bills. But you gotta act fast. Funding is limited. You can reduce your past due bills and kick off the year right, because here at LADWP, we're here to help. Visit ladwp.com/cares today and find out more.
Helping to broaden your political and moral imagination with our 2024 Climate Justice Campaign. We're KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminding you that we keep us safe. Pro Football Hall of Famer and urban peace pioneer Jim Brown believed in just that. So he founded the Amera I Can Foundation for Social Change in 1988, focusing on at-risk and high-risk youth in underserved schools and juvenile detention facilities, as well as adult incarceration and reentry initiatives. The core of the Amera I Can program is its 15-chapter life skills curriculum. Mastery of these skills allows individuals to meet their academic potential, conform their behavior to acceptable societal standards, and improve the quality of their lives by equipping them with what they need to confidently and successfully contribute to society. Today, the foundation is led by its president, Monique Brown, who has been actively involved in the organization for more than 25 years. The Amera I Can Foundation continues its work in memory of its founder, actor, philanthropist, and NFL legend Jim Brown. To get involved or make a donation, please visit AmeriICanCommunity.partners. That's AmeriICanCommunity.partners. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
You've been through so much. So many ups and downs, you've given your love, but
never liked the way it turned out. You closed off your heart. And you
Ladies and gentlemen, the VOR back in the building. We on fire tonight. I love these topics, man. It's good stuff. Let me get these final callers on board. We've got Chalk Baby from Las Vegas, Nevada. Get in here. Talk to me. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
I'm shocked. I've never done this before, but I am very shocked that I accidentally found your podcast, and I don't think it was an accident. I was just asking you about soul ties, but you kind of explained it to the young lady before me. But even more, I am so shook right now.
Why?
Because I am Christian, and I've been Christian my entire life. And in
Blessings.
1 second, literally 1 second, a blink of an eye, every single thing I've ever known about Christianity and religion has changed in my life.
Why?
I think because I think because you know how you say something, you said this before, oh, let me see how this is going to work. I did that recently and set a sequence of numbers, just trying to see if there's something more to life in life. And my eyes are so awake that it's unbelievable. Like I'm vibrating so high that it's in my cells and my DNA. If any of this makes sense to anyone, can explain this to me. And you even said earlier a word that I said and never even knew what it meant or what I was saying. You said Orohu or Rohu, something like that.
Orohu.
If you knew how many times I've said that word and spoken a language that I didn't understand, it would blow your mind.
Wow.
Because I didn't understand it.
Wow.
But I'm vibrating someplace so high that I can't even go backwards. Like I can't go back to the way that I thought.
Wow.
It's not humanly possible for me now.
Wow. That's beautiful.
Like I'm awake. It feels like if I try to go back, it feels like I'm vibrating low and going to sleep. Does any of this make sense to you?
Yes, it does. And I'm vibing with you.
God, thank you.
I'm vibing with you.
I'm so lost.
Well, listen, let me just say this. I so appreciate you for calling. And you know what?
You're welcome.
You're more than welcome to call in anytime. You got me?
Yes.
All right, love. Yes, yes. We on fire tonight. Let's keep it rolling. Rabia from Atlanta, Mississippi, and Houston. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
First of all, truth and blessings, my soul brother.
Thank you.
You know that we're also Geminis, and ever since like 2015, it's been me and you. I'm BB Houston on the other channel, but I appreciate what you do. Not only are you a teacher of the masses, but you give back in such a beautiful way. So when I say love, I mean it the original way. And since I'm not capable of complete agape, whatever is closest to that, and I'm sure you know what that is. Please share. I'm sure you have the name that humans get to when they recognize.
Wait.
Not only are you only a body, having a soul's experience, but you are then the soul that contains the body, which is why when we vibrate on the level, and let me pause you over here. But when we vibrate on the level that the sister just mentioned, peace and blessings, Sister Top Baby, that was so vibratory. I felt it way down here in Greenville, Mississippi, baby. Now, to discuss the matter, and also congratulations again on the book. You know I bought it the first week you put it out.
Oh,
on both of them.
Thank you.
And I love what you are teaching these brothers and sisters about how to love oneself, which, as you referenced earlier, is so the point of life that it turns in on itself. Because to be selfless you have to be selfish in order so you know what to give. Well, we can't vibrate with each other unless we acknowledge who we are when we're around one another. I was recently offered a position here in Greenville while I'm here taking care of my father, who is a gift and a blessing to the world in his own intellectual capacity, while he taught me in reverse a little bit about emotional intelligence. But because he's so intelligent, he thinks his way through dealing with people. And he teaches me all the time what to do, but also what not to do. You need emotional intelligence. And in order to have that, you have to be able to be in touch with who you are, who you're becoming every day with every decision, every breath, every look that Allah is giving you to inhale and then exhale. And if you sneeze and your heart stops, oops, it could be your last. So be careful with this life. Love yourself enough to say something of a thank you to the breath you are inhaling daily. If you do that, and every 15 seconds that you think that thought, you keep saying thank you for that, thank you for that, thank you for that. It's basically Hail Mary or Vicar if you're Muslim. Something gratuitous about being here, being beautiful, being happy, being healthy, being wise. It will put you in touch with yourself in a way that only those who are truly in love with themselves know. It turns you on and you become a light. Like our sister that just basically took her shahada on live air. Congratulations, sis. You have been turned on. I'm so excited you have reached the next level.
There's shahada.
I hope you felt like that feeling.
I love it.
that feeling almost is like, well, you know, it's just an acknowledgement.
Yes.
And she said it in front of a million people. So
beautiful.
She got witnesses. But the point is, if you become in love with yourself and the gift that you are to the universe that you came into, because this is just a kind of little old universe in a Google of other universes. But at the end of the day, if you find that light in you, you are like that, you know, the little lamp in the cave or with a mirror in the corner up under the alcove in a deep part of it, like pushed back like the back of the cabinet, that last thing you eat.
Right. But
if you recognize that you are the fruit in this life, you will then feed others selflessly.
Wow.
Because you have been selfish enough to witness yourself.
We love you.
Inside.
We love
and
you.
out.
Thank you so
This
much.
one.
Please call us back. You are a part of the family now.
Whenever.
We appreciate it. Hey, listen, we're at the end of the show now. But listen, my girl, your girl, my friend, your friend, you already know what it is. RSVP with Jill Monroe. Jill Monroe is in the building. The fire's going to keep lit. I'll holler at you tomorrow with another one.